Hello, everyone. Here's a quick look at the top trending international news stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. The U.S. Senate approved a $40 billion aid bill for Ukraine earlier this week. The aid bill passed in the U.S. House earlier this month and now goes to President Biden. The legislation would help fund military and humanitarian efforts in Ukraine and help it defend itself against Russia's attacks. But not all lawmakers supported the bill. Some Republican senators had a problem with the cost and said European countries are not contributing enough. A 21-year-old Russian soldier on trial for war crimes in Kyiv pleaded guilty. He's accused of killing a 62-year-old Ukrainian man while he was riding a bike in the Sumy region. When the judge asked how he pleaded, he said, "I am fully guilty." The family of the victim was in court as well. The man's wife asked the soldier what he felt when he killed her husband. He replied he felt shame and said he was sorry. According to a Wall Street Journal report, data suggests someone inside the cockpit of a China Eastern flight intentionally crashed the plane back in March. All 132 passengers and crew on board were killed after the plane nosedived from 29,000 feet and crashed into the mountains. Even before the Wall Street Journal story was published, there had been a lot of speculation on Chinese internet about the crash being caused by pilot suicide. Data recovered from the plane's black box seems to confirm that theory. Authorities with the Chinese airline urged officials across the country to pay attention to a pilot's state of mind, saying all frontline employees, especially pilots, need to be physically and mentally fit to fly to ensure the safety of the entire airline industry. As stores in the U.S. struggle to stock baby formula, Nestle is stepping in to help. The company loaded up planes of formula in the Netherlands and Switzerland, headed for the U.S. They focused on two kinds of formulas: alpha-amino and Gerber Good Start Extensive HA. They are for children with milk protein allergies. Nestle was already importing both of these formulas, but now it's speeding up shipments. They say they serve a critical medical purpose because they're for babies with cow's milk protein allergies. And speaking of milk, the cost of milk in the United Kingdom could skyrocket more than 50% this year. UK dairy industry experts say between 2020 and 2021, the cost of a half gallon of milk in the UK was between $1.36 and $1.49. The company predicts the price could reach $2.11 this year. That would be a 50% increase from the bottom end of the 2020-2021 range. A couple from India has taken legal action against their own son and daughter-in-law for staying childless. The parents filed a petition seeking about $643,000 in damages. They say their 35-year-old son and his 31-year-old wife either have to have a child within the next year or pay compensation. According to a petition, the parents say they spent around $257,000 raising their son, and they believe they deserve a grandchild. This kind of lawsuit is rare. But the issue of family obligation, caring for elderly parents and in-laws, has been a controversial issue for a long time in India. Sign1News will be broadcasting international news updates in ISL every Sunday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.